So most clients then, or most graduate programs, are then referring to the first stage, or let's call it the first cull. That's what happens in these with processes with 2000. What would you recommend the first stage be, Ali?
We usually, best practice would be doing an online psychometric assessment. So that's looking at their logical, numerical and verbal reasoning abilities and just ensuring that they are the highest calibre in terms of their cognitive abilities.
Yeah, and we're cutting, obviously, candidates based on their stack rate criteria.
Yeah, so it's a quantifiable measure to be able to ensure the capabilities of your candidates from the early stages of a recruitment process.
Candidate care, what happens, what's best practice at the moment on this stage? Them getting feedback, they're all getting feedback?
Yeah, they all get a candidate report which details how they performed in that assessment.
Very good. So the ratio we're kind of referring to is probably a 20-1 ratio. So if you've got a grad program of 10, you're probably wanting to get down to 200 being psych tested. If you've got a grad program of 20, 400 before we then go to the next stage, which at the moment, most common practice we're seeing is the video screen. On average, how long should a candidate spend doing a video screen? How many questions per minute?
So usually there's about 4 questions and each question's about 2 minutes long. So candidates shouldn't spend more than 15 minutes to 20 minutes on a video interview.
Yeah. And why, as a screener, what characteristics or why is this stage important for us, Ali?
Yep, so we're looking, a part of a graduate program, they are needing to, I suppose, engage different stakeholders and be able to build rapport with different people across organisations. So that ability to communicate effectively and engage with the viewer is really important, and is what we get from this stage in particular.
Very good. One of the things that's kind of coming across our table at the moment is the potential to look at a questionnaire type of scenario in the application form to help us even provide us with more detail. Can you give us an insight into that?
So what we're seeing or looking into a fair bit is having situational judgment testing involved in the application screening process. So even before they do the cognitive abilities assessment, having that quantifiable numerical statistic and measure to be able to, I suppose, cull, as you said before.
So an SJT, situational judgment, and what's the key to building some of these questions?
Being able to, I suppose, understand your company and what a successful graduate coming into your company would be able to perform and think in that sense.
An example question?
An example question would potentially be, if you were coming into the company, how would you respond to different scenarios? And you would have a multiple choice, for instance, and rank based on what their...
So it's a multiple, like A, B, C, D, where they get points.
Yeah.
So it could be potentially cost effective if clients or grad programs out there can actually build them in the application forms, as long as the providers can build that kind of screening criteria in. So it might be a cost effective way of adding another screening dimension that we're looking into at the moment, but that's very easily for grad managers out there to build. On average, you'd probably put 15 to 20 questions in your application form, potentially another 10 minutes, which gives you a lot of valuable and rich data, especially around the motivational fit with your organisation. So from there, so the video screens are done, and on average we're recommending a 10-1 ratio on video screens. So if you've got a program of 10, 100 video screens, you've got 20, obviously 200.